idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Tiara.
Hello.
And Terrence.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, shit. So this is episode 200 for Two Can Play That Game. This is a 2001 American romantic comedy film written and directed by Mark Brown and starring Vivica A. Fox and Morris Chestnut. I would just like to say before we get started, can you now please stop asking me where Terrence is? He's right there. He's in the box. He's right there. Welcome back, Terrence.
Thank you. I'm still alive.
He
for
is.
Now.
Thank you. That's great. Let's just start there. Oh, look, he's back. So, all right, we're back. This episode again, episode 200. I'm gonna go to Micah last. Since I know he hasn't seen this movie and I'm waiting for his masterpiece of a review. So I'll start. Look, the general logline for this is Shanté Smith, played by Vivica A. Fox, is a sort of a know-it-all when it comes to relationships, and she's the one that all her girlfriends go to when they have relationship trouble, because she's so good with men and knows everything. She's dating this guy named Morris, played by Morris Chestnut, named Keith Fenton. And they eventually run into some problems, which we'll get into. And then she has to institute her 10-day plan to teach him a lesson, to get him back on the straight and narrow. I don't appreciate you rolling your eyes, Tiara. That's rude. This is a real movie. So, of course, while Vivica A. Fox is talking to the camera about her 10-day plan, Morris Chestnut's character is being coached by his buddy Tony, played by Anthony Anderson. And it's sort of a cat and mouse battle of the sexes sort of film. Look, I have been advocating to do this movie for years now. Not because it's good, but because I love how bad it is. And I love it. I do. I love this movie. Like, this is my, you know how, like, you know, people are like, you know, some of the greatest movies, Godfather. This is my Black Godfather. This is my go-to Black movie. Yes. Well, no. I mean, I love the sequel more. I'm kidding. I've never seen it. No, but I love how ridiculous this movie is. I love War of the Sexes movies. Those are some of my favorite, no matter how cheesy they are. I also love movies that break the fourth wall. I just do. I'm a cheap date in that regard when it comes to comedy.
Okay.
You're a rube is what you are.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Look, I fell right off the apple cart before I saw this movie. No, it's not good. The acting is suspect at best. There are definitely people in this movie that I can't believe still have careers. And I'm shocked that anybody in this movie had a career after this, to be honest. But I still love this movie. I'll go to Tiara next. And then Terrence.
I love this movie.
See?
I have a good time.
That's not a point in your favor, Jay.
No, yo, it is.
Hey,
it is.
That's rude, Mike. I always have a good time watching it. Actually, I think I saw this like not too long after it came out, which is not okay.
No, yo, weren't you like 9? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was. It's so, I think watching it now, it's more funny to me than anything. And again, like, it's funnier because I am so interested in learning how Micah loved this movie, because I know he loves Morris Chestnut. So it just made watching this just all that better to me. A little confused as to why they made Vivica Fox play a 28-year-old when she was almost 40.
28?
What?
She's 28?
She's a 28 marketing exec in this film. And also Gabrielle Union doesn't age.
No, Gabrielle Union looks pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah. That's
28. All right, that's ridiculous. Terrence, your thoughts?
Oh wow, Vivica A. Fox is older than my mother. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is not a good movie. It isn't. I've seen it before, but it's been a while. I'm going to guess that within the first 30 seconds, Michael was over it. As soon as she turned around and said, "Hey guys, how you doing?" I know he's like, you know what? I'm fucking over it.
Terrence has not missed a beat.
Yeah, this isn't. It's not good. But the thing about movies is, if you're not going to be good, at least be entertaining. Those that wish me dead wasn't entertaining and it wasn't good. But that I digress. This was entertaining. Again, it's not good, but I did enjoy it. As I've gotten older, I've learned to hate Vivica Fox's character even more than I did 20 years ago. Because no, unacceptable. But yeah, it's fun. It's corny, and Bobby Brown should have been in more movies.
He's like, I was like,
he's just a fool.
I forgot that he was in it for like a quarter of a second. I was like, yo, who is this dude? Oh, it's Bobby Brown. Come on, man. Yeah, he's a fool. All right. I think everybody's been waiting on this. Micah, what were your thoughts since it's your first time seeing this?
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this movie. Believe it or not. This is not a good movie, guys. This is not a good movie. I was not expecting as much fourth wall breaking as I thought as what was in this movie.
This is Black Deadpool.
This is egregious. The level of fourth wall breaking in this movie. Like it just what are we? But I didn't hate the movie. I will be fine never having seen it again. And I didn't hate. Okay, I still hate Morris Chestnut, and I hate him in this movie, but I don't hate him as much because, quite frankly, he's the victim.
Oh wow! Wow!
He is, yo.
Wow!
He is.
Wow!
Vivica Fox. This is what I see of Vivica Fox now. I imagine that Vivica Fox is not acting in this movie.
Oh.
She's a sociopath.
I would just like to point out, on our 200th episode, Michael will be playing the role of me. Continue.
She's a sociopath in this movie, and I could not abide it. Now look, it is refreshing, I guess, to see the woman in this type of role of being the asshole to the other lead. Think like she's like the Bill Bellamy character in How to Be a Player, right? That's all this is.
Pretty much interchangeable.
This is exactly it. This is How to Be a Player. This is How to Be a Playette or whatever. from the female perspective, and it's not.
Which one of her friends drove around with her watching her fuck random dudes all day?
The first one you meet, the one with Bobby Brown, because she's the one that knows everything about the chick. But but there were some entertaining aspects to it. Bobby Brown, in all 5 of his minutes in this movie, it was funny just to see Bobby Brown. Like, it's not that he did anything; it's that he's Bobby Brown.
Like, why is he in this movie? It's weird.
So that he's in the movie, so that way you know that he has never seen a mirror for clearly a very long time, even after he got a makeover.
Yeah, he got a makeover, got dental reconstructive surgery, and just but never
that ain't
looked in a mirror. Right?
Nah, she was putting up big money.
She didn't. Yeah, she paid for it.
Yeah,
Tasha Mack from The Game paid for it.
Y'all paying for somebody y'all dating's veneers?
No,
I mean, it was a long time that I didn't pay for my own goddamn. It got to the point where my wife was like, "Your breath really stinks." It was like, "Well, it's because I got a dead tooth back here." It's like, "Yeah, you need to go to the dentist."
Yo.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Okay.
never have to watch this movie again.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to say.
So are we not doing the sequel with Jason George and Vivica Fox?
No, I didn't even know the sequel existed until I researched doing this movie last week. I swear to God, I didn't know.
About 3 can play that game. What
Is it a devil's threesome? Like, what is that movie about? I don't know. But I'm not getting Showtime to find out.
Oh, that's that dude's name? I've never known what his name was. Okay.
Nah. I can't believe she's in the sequel.
This movie's not good. But Anthony Anderson is hilarious in it.
He is. I think he's the standout.
I think Anthony Anderson is hilarious in it. It's got a bunch of really attractive people in the late 90s, early 2000s look. Yeah. Right. Which I dig. And the needle drop, the songs were right up my alley.
Yes. Yes. And no, because I'm going to challenge you on that. I don't think I needed to hear "She's a Bad Mama Jamma" in that fucking opening sequence. It was just it's too on the nose, man. It's like, we get
so is everything in this movie.
It's like as we lay in Insecure, you're like, all right, we get it. They're cheating. We know. Yeah, I thought Anthony Anderson was a real standout. Like, I don't know if this was his first movie, but it was certainly like one of his earlier movies.
Life was his first movie.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. And he was hilarious in this. He was really quite good. Yeah. So, oh boy, here we go. So the movie opens. We're in like a boardroom or like a corporate boardroom or whatever, and we meet Vivica A. Fox's character, Shanté Smith, and she's breaking the fourth wall, telling everybody how, men can be okay, but, when the weather gets warm, they start losing their minds because, women are wearing mini skirts and it's, sundress season and niggas lose their mind. Look, she's not wrong about that. That's 100% true. Like, it's a fact, right? It is. It's a fact. I don't know about cheating, but certainly, we enjoy that season. I will just say
somebody's telling on themselves.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
There's actually something that one character says at like somewhere in the middle of the movie about men and their seasons or their cycles. And when we get to that part, just
that's
remind
100% true. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't even remember. What are you talking about?
That's okay. We'll get there.
Okay. So she's rushing off to go help her friend who is lovesick because her and her boyfriend broke up. And again, Mike is really excited about this part because as she's leaving the office, they're playing "She's a Bad Mama Jamma." Just in case you weren't aware that 2001 Vivica A. Fox was super fine.
I like that song.
I'm not hating on the song. It's just it's a bit heavy-handed. And look, I don't know that this movie takes place in Atlanta, but this movie definitely takes place in Atlanta, right?
It's in LA.
I thought it was LA.
Yeah, this is
LA.
very much California.
No, look, they may say, I guarantee you they filmed this shit in Atlanta. I would, like, you can't find this many this many successful black people in 2001. They all in Atlanta.
It's
that
made
feels
up.
racist to me.
All right, I'm gonna find filmed on location. It's gonna be like on Peach Street or Peachtree Street or whatever the fuck it is in Atlanta. They got like 9 of them. So she drives home to see her girlfriend, who's like staying on her couch basically. Played by Wendy Robinson. Her name is Karen. Before Karen was a derogatory term for white women. So like you basically see her like, oh, I miss my man, and you come to find out her man was Bobby Brown, and she had done, like we said, like she'd given this dude veneers and like dressed this dude up, made him look all good. Then he
had a Jerry curl.
He did. He looked super wild. Like that makeup was crazy.
Jerome.
Yeah, he was unrecognizable as Bobby.
I forgot it was him.
So did I. And I was like, when he was like, and then he got cleaned up, I was like, oh shit, it's Bobby Brown.
Like they hired Bobby Brown to replace this actor.
So they sort of talk about that. And then she sort of recaps like all of her girlfriends and like all their situations. Then she talks about her boyfriend, Keith, played by Morris Chestnut, who is a successful black man. He's so successful. He's got an airplane propeller in his office, like
all by the age of 28.
Again, this dude's like 45 years old. These old ass black people.
I actually think Morris Chestnut was about 30, right? He's 50, right?
I guess he's probably, he's about 50 now. So yeah. And then she's got another friend whose boyfriend, literally, they're walking down the street and this dude is like, just check out other women.
Dondre Woodfield. He also looks the same.
You mean DJ Envy? That nigga look just like DJ.
He does. He would definitely play DJ Envy in a BET like special movie. And it is really funny because they don't go into their relationship. She just breaks up with him and just like takes a baseball bat and just bust all his fucking apartment shit up. But yeah, like that's pretty much the light skinned friend from the Players Club.
Yeah,
How to Be a Player. Yeah,
I thought it was the same dude for a second.
I mean, I get that. Like, I totally understand.
Okay, look. We see Morris Chestnut's introduction. And this is what the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about Morris Chestnut, right?
Listen to this hater. Like, listen to him.
Like, yeah, whatever. I will be a fucking hater. Like at I don't even know.
This is the content we want. Okay.
At 10:24, right? At 10:24, she's like, and this is my man. This is Morris Chestnut. He comes out wearing the tailored equivalent of a parachute. Suits in the 90s were ridiculous. Right?
They were.
You'd have thought they were smuggling like ham hocks in the amount of space it takes to have these suits, right?
I mean,
he ain't got no triangle, he ain't got no pear shape, he's just straight down. He's got gumbies.
I mean, it's like that's why people you can't give Steve Harvey too much of a hard time because he was just going off of what was existing in the world. It just looks crazy now.
The problem is the nigga still does it.
Well, yeah, I can't defend that. I can't defend that. I'm just saying where it started is not that bad. Where it ended, come on.
So he comes out, first of all, and second of all, it's the ugliest suit in the world. So not only is it poorly tailored, it's ugly. It's like off gray with a plum shirt and a grape tie. Like it looks ugly, right? And then at 10:21, where they zoom in on him.
Jesus Christ, that is a big ass jacket.
Yo, it's mad big.
It's a mess.
It's like a zoot suit.
It's a fucking Donald Trump collection.
His tie needs to be longer.
At 10:21, they zoom in on his face and look at all his facial tics. Look at all of them.
Facial tics.
Like, basically,
this shit is ridiculous. His mouth is open, right? He's got to come here up. Now he fucking pulls his lip in. Up now he
and this is at work. Like, I mean,
yeah,
people are walking around. I'm like, people can see that.
Like, yo, are y'all gonna fuck in your office? Because we can see you. We can see you. We can see you. And
Morris Chestnut is he's dark skinned, but he has light skin tendencies in every single movie.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
That's it.
That's it. Now look, I don't have a problem with dark skinned brothers like being sex symbols. I really don't. I think it's the combination, like you said. That's I could never put it to words, and you just did it.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Dark-skinned dude with light-skinned tendencies.
He does light-skinned eyes.
He does that LL Cool J shit all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking annoying.
They say it in the movie that he does the lick thing.
Yeah, that's his thing.
He does it in every fucking movie, and I'm like, why? Knock it off. But okay.
Yo, stop licking. Yo, put your tongue in your mouth. Man. Yo, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, you could get chapstick. I mean, it's not that expensive. He's the youngest executive.
So that wasn't like a sexy thing to do in the early 2000s.
All right, look, I don't think it is, but I'm sure there were niggas out there who thought they could come and look, quote, debonair and do shit like that. I can't imagine it working. I can't imagine. Like, I know what I look like. I'm a moderately looking person. I'm fine with it. I'm not trying to be a sex symbol. My wife is way better looking than me. It worked. It's fine. here's my thing. I'm not attractive enough to know what it's like to try that move, because I feel like you got to be pretty fucking confident of what you got going on, like wearing a hot ass V-neck sweater in an Atlanta club, because this takes place in Atlanta. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. To come up to a woman and be like, I have these questions, and if the answers are yes, like, fuck off.
So what you're saying is that you've never tried it.
Fuck no, I would never try that. No, I'm gonna. You know what? After this show, I'm gonna go upstairs to my wife and be like, "Let me ask you 3 questions." She'd be like,
I gotta go.
No, just go upstairs to your wife. Go upstairs to your wife and do this shit.
What's wrong with you? Are you high? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? Is there something on your face?
Get the fuck out of here.
No, look, I need women to respond to this.
Lips.
I need women to respond to this. The following question: has any dude in the late 90s or early 2000s tried the lip thing, and did it work? Yeah, no, I want to know. I like, send in your messages. I want to know, because I don't believe it works. There's no way it works. There's no way. And if it did, he was light skinned. I know he was.
I'm pretty sure there's some boys in my 4th or 5th grade classes who tried to do that.
All right. You are mad young. You and Carrie, like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. You were literally, how old when this came out?
It's 2001, so I was had probably either turned 10 or I was on my way on turning 10.
Oh my God. Wow. I could drink when this movie came out. That's insane. You were like, I'm almost 10. Oh, congrats. Yeah, like, I can't wait to hear what Morris Chestnut has to say. No, whoever led you see this movie, that's unacceptable.
I don't even know how I saw it. It was probably she's probably
in the
to this.
theater?
Yeah, of course. You
probably
can't
saw it at my
put this
cousin's house or
direct to
something.
DVD, Terrence.
No, I probably saw this in my cousin's
I'm
house
sure
or something.
the second one went direct to DVD.
Oh no, that's direct to, I don't even know what. Like, I didn't even know that existed. Okay, so they recap how she met Keith. Well, first they fuck in his office. They get a little afternoon delight. No issues with that. Sounds good to me. I get it. Then they show how they met. And Keith walks up to her in this club. Now, the way they show it at first, they're like, this man was staring at me, and then like the entire club empties out, and it's just him standing incredibly awkward across the dance floor. I
was laughing at this part because I was like, wait a minute, but you can't even see him with everyone saying
right. It was everyone's in his way. But she could feel his eyes.
Stupid.
She could hear him licking his lips across the room. And so he comes up to her and he asks her, he's like, he's like, I've got these questions for you. Now, if I'm right about you, all these answers to these questions will be yes. And she says, oh, okay, sure. All right. He says, do you like chocolate? 1, nigga, get out of my face. Like, that's an immediate fuck off. The next is, do you think that I find you attractive? She says, yeah. And he says, if I were to kiss you right now, would you slap me? And then he gives a very light-skinned way of asking that question. Like,
I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, maybe this is my 2021 sensitivities coming, because I'm just thinking like, dude, don't do that. That's harassment.
No,
I mean, look, you gotta look at this shit in a vacuum, yo. Like,
oh no, this was hitting. These are the greatest lines of all time.
Anything from this time period, everything is problematic in this time period.
100%.
At word.
Especially all of the psychological torture that this woman puts this man through, and no one will acknowledge that.
I mean, I was just waiting till we got there, but yeah, it's fucked up. And she paid no consequences. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Didn't she pay consequences though?
No, she fucking did not.
We'll get to it. No, she didn't. The fuck?
Pull out my men's right activist card. Like, wait a minute, this is wrong. So then she says, "Yeah, I would slap you." And then he's like, "Do you find me attractive?" And she's like, joking with her girl. She's like, "Yeah, you all right?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess I got you." And then she's like, "Oh, would you like to dance?" And then they go dance, and I guess they bang later on. So yeah, it's ridiculous. And then while she's leaving, as she's still breaking the fourth wall, it is getting a little bit much.
Is it? It's 13 minutes into the movie.
I don't think she stopped breaking the fourth wall, to be honest.
Did not.
We see Keith's coworker, played by Anthony Anderson, expertly, I might add.
Yeah, and Morris Chestnut's character was like, "Hey, yo, Anthony Anderson, thanks for letting me borrow your suit. It really worked."
Yeah, I mean, Anthony
So
Anderson is
fucking
definitely
big
wearing.
on him, yo.
I mean, Anthony Anderson is definitely wearing a better tailored suit.
Yeah,
Like he definitely.
Kind of has to. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but like, yo,
Yeah, like if you're a big guy, you gotta have a good tailored suit. Like
his suit is way better.
it is. And so he's like, yeah, man. He came in and he was like, smells like Badussy in here. Like, and he was like, did you hit it? And he's like, no, I didn't. I'm not gonna say I did. He's like, because you got it. I hit it eyes, which is basically light skin eyes. And so they're talking for a little bit, and then you meet, I guess, Shanté's like rival, in Gabrielle Union, who plays a character named Conny.
yo, she ain't got no shirt on under that jacket.
Nah, yo, she really don't. That's not how they did it in 2001. Titties were just akimbo. Like it didn't even, it didn't matter. I hate the way they have Gabrielle Union talk in this movie. It's ridiculous. She talks.
That's not how she talks.
Not her inflection necessarily. Just some of the words she uses. She's like, I'm going to go see your man. I'm going to go see that Negro right now. I was like, I don't. Just say nigga.
But that's how she talks in other movies when she has said those things.
I don't like it. I don't. Then she should stop. I don't.
That's why she gets put in these roles. Like I feel like her roles aren't too far. I don't know how the woman is in real life, but like all her roles, especially Deliver Us from Evil.
Oh,
Deliver Us from Evil made me.
I hated her in that movie.
I don't know if we're ever doing that, but I won't be on the episode. I can't. I can't
Oh damn! You're saying no. Wow.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be in an environment where men talk badly.
Nah, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Because she is horrible in that movie. She's horrible.
But she had her reasons.
Yo, LL Cool J had to ride a goddamn horse. They put a black man on a fucking horse in that movie. Nah, yo. No. That movie is, oof. I hated her character in that movie. She was awful.
I liked how Gabrielle Union looked in this role. This movie, like that red suit was everything. Even though like the ponytail like swinging was a lot, like she kept doing it. I was like, okay,
yeah, that was a little that
we get it.
Yeah, that gave me that was a little Becky. That was a little too many Becky vibes for me. I was like, I don't need that. So then we see one of Shanté's friends confront her man, the fucking DJ Envy, and she's like, oh, whose panties are these? And he was like, they're my sister's panties. And she's like, you dumb nigga, I planted those. And so she was like, I'm just gonna bust up all your shit because you lied.
Okay, girls, if you're not sure if your man is cheating on you, this is what you do.
Make it look like he is. Bitch, what?
Yeah, no, that makes sense, guys. Total sense.
You entrap him and see what he says. What the fuck? No, I can't. All right, look. There's a trope. There's a trope.
I'm sorry. That was not for. I swear to God, that was not for gags. I was trying to drink.
But wasn't he cheating though?
No. First of all,
I don't even know. They never even.
First of all, you don't know that any man has cheated in this movie. You don't know that any man has cheated in this movie.
I feel like you could assume.
No, yeah, sure. You absolutely could assume. And you know what they say when you assume? You make an ass out of you, not me.
I thought it was me.
Look, there's a trope in romantic comedies where the couple that's involved or going to be involved at the end of the movie, in the beginning of the movie, there's a lack of communication.
Yep.
Right. Like there's a complete lack of communication, which leads to misunderstandings, which leads to shenanigans, which leads to conflict, which leads to resolution at the end of the movie. Like that's how these movies go. Right. This movie is either actively discouraging communication or flat out giving disinformation to try and bring up conflict. Like this woman who gives advice says you should entrap your man, but I trust mine, but you should entrap him just to see what he says, because I like playing with people's emotions because I'm a sociopath.
Look,
I mean,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's.
Duh.
I mean, here's the thing: if she had actually communicated instead of playing games, the movie would have been over in like
I understand.
10 minutes.
I completely understand the reasoning that the movie has to exist and this is how it exists. I completely understand. What I don't like is that there are people out there that think this is cool.
I mean,
and maybe that's the baggage that I'm bringing to it.
Here's
like,
the thing. I don't think that people watched this movie in 2001. I think a lot of people watched this movie in 2001 and was like, Vivica A. Fox is absolutely right.
Is the hero of
She's
the
a hero.
movie.
That's why when you were like,
she the fact.
Yeah, she's terrible.
They don't get the fact that she is that the traditional gender roles in these movies are reversed. And that, you know, she is Bill Bellamy's character and How to Be a Player. Like they don't get that though. And I 100% understand. It's just frustrating to me.
Yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel better, there are people today who still believe the types of philosophies that her character has.
100%.
Today.
100%. You gotta punish your man so that then he wants to marry you.
The smallest things, or even the smallest thing, punish him and punish him hard. I'm like, oh, okay.
Why are you with this nigga?
I'm like, why not?
You better make him buy you dinner. I don't care if it's $28 or $280.
Oh God! Oh no!
You literally
You better buy your food.
These are the rules to control your man.
Yeah, like he's a fucking dog. Like he's a dog.
That was also said in the first 30 seconds of the movie too. That cheating dog, whoever the fuck she was talking about. Oh, it was Bobby Brown she was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
on the phone with her friend. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's amazing that and that's the thing is like it would be one thing in 2001 this movie exists and it has those points and it makes those points, but you're like Vivica Fox is clearly the bad guy. No. She's not clearly the bad guy because she gets exactly what she wants in the end.
Yes.
I don't think this is written at all as a like, hey, why don't we subvert the narrative? I think they were just like, fuck this dude. Like, let's make it funny. And then she like, oh, I might lose him. And it's like, oh, you don't. Okay, lesson learned. That's it. It was like 45 minutes of lessons at the end. Oops.
This is true.
I guess I should have done 11 days instead of 10. Yeah.
Like
fuck
what?
you. It's ridiculous.
Maybe we'll I know we'll get to it soon, but I was wondering like why 10 days? Why not just pick up the phone and just talk to him?
Because 10 sounds snappy, right? How to lose a man in 10 days, the rules, all that stupid shit, right?
Oh, this is so stupid.
I don't know, man. This house.
like,
Did she come up with these rules?
Yeah, these are her rules.
Yes, these are her rules.
Yeah. This
That's how you control them,
This
eh?
marketing exec came up with these relationships.
Hey, that sounds very familiar.
So,
somebody else, a marketing exec that gives fucking women advice nowadays on YouTube.
Which one of those fucking
That's
losers?
Kevin Samuels.
Is that the dude with the glasses?
Yeah,
Nigga, get out of my face.
that's what he.
Make
did.
sure you wear a
That's what he
suit
did.
and fuck off.
She's Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, I was about to say that later.
Oh,
but you took the
damn.
words right out of my mouth. Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I can't wait to hear more about that guy. Everything I see has been something.
I think he's hilarious.
So
no one should listen to what the name is. Funny as shit.
He is super problematic. He told a woman that he didn't believe that she got basically sexually harassed on the street or catcalled on the street.
Why? Because she's not attractive enough to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
probably
figured.
the reasoning.
Yeah, I figured that would be
It's
it.
just I hate him.
So he's a scumbag, but like sometimes.
I'm gonna have to watch some of this guy's videos.
See?
No,
I'm into
don't
comedy.
do that.
I'm into comedy. I like stand up. I'm sorry.
He told this dude, I think this dude was a man living in a larger body, who I guess did not have a job or whatever. And
Wait, is he
complaining-
Krang? What does that mean, man? He's a big dude? Like, he's not living in a larger body. That is
I
his
told you
body.
The language around largeness is changing. So we have
Nah,
to-
yo, that makes you sound like Krang from fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's ridiculous.
Apparently the word fat is like,
You don't have to say fat. He's a big dude. All right?
okay, fine.
Husky, big boned.
Right.
Robust.
Nah, you can't call a nigga robust. You can't, yo. You can't.
I think I know what you're about to say too. I think I heard that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Exchange.
So and he was complaining about women like not paying attention to him. He was like, do you have a big dick?
Yo, wow. Yo, wow.
And he was like, I think I have. I don't. What? Like what? What kind of question is that? And he was like, because like, if you have a big dick, you have nothing to worry about. And I'm like, yo, this is.
What?
Yo.
Nigga, what kind of advice? What advice are you giving me? Yo?
He had 2 strikes because he was fat or big bone, whatever.
Robust,
you call
I
it,
believe it's
and short. He was like, "How tall are you?" He was like 5'7" or something like that. And he was like, "That's 2 strikes." I was like, "Damn, nigga, that's fucked up."
Like, that ain't shit he can do about at least one of them. What the fuck? I'm 5'7". What you want me to do? Stand on a box? That's fucked up.
He's a dickhead. But
Yes.
again, I laugh sometimes.
I mean,
people like a
it is what it
dickhead,
is.
man. People like an asshole, yo. Like they do.
I mean, this show's pretty popular.
That's why like, I watch Umar Johnson shit. He's also a comedian. I think it's funny as hell. What the fuck? Again, don't listen to anything he has to say, but he's just funny.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
And it was
Do you
Jay-
have a big dick, nigga? That's not advice. That's not advice. Yo, you can't just lay that out there and be like, well, if you don't, sorry about your luck. You can't fucking tell somebody that. What the fuck? That's what you guys watch on YouTube? Jesus Christ.
Yo, he almost got 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
God, yeah.
All right, yo. I'm about to start my own shit. Because he got a whole collection of brunch boots, right? I saw his picture.
Love
of that.
School for Nerds. Bring back Love School for Nerds.
Hey, man. I'm going to be an asshole this time. It's a prick.
Oh no. No,
I'm a nice guy.
Are you gonna tell people in Love School for Nerds to implement their own 10-day?
Oh, I'm going to
program?
come up with my 10 days. Day 1. Don't talk to her. Ever.
Have y'all ever had someone try to do something similar to you?
Like a 10-day plan type of shit?
Mm-hmm.
No, because it wouldn't work past like day 2. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna call one. Look. I'm not gonna act like no fucking simp ass nigga and call you 11 times in one day.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Hey, call me back. Hey, girl, you all right? I'm trying to see. You won't go to? Nah, yo, no. You get 2 calls from me. You don't pick up. I don't like people playing on my phone. I keep it real. Like, nah, yo.
Like there's a pride factor that has to
Right, you
like,
bitch ass motherfucker. Stop calling. Stop calling.
sitting around listening to Music Soul Child. Get the fuck out of here, yo.
I just want you to call me back. That's the name of the album.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow. I just caught that. I like that album. Anyway.
No, it's too hot to be laughing.
Wait, is that a real album of his?
No, his
his
album's
album-
hot. I just
yeah.
want to say.
Right.
Oh, okay.
All one word, pretty much.
Ugh, all right. Wow. Yeah, I mean, like there is, back in the day, like I'm just looking up trying to find the year it came out, but it was not that far from when this movie came out. There was a movie called The Rule, or a book called The Rules, right? It was like 94, 95. Where it was like this woman telling women, like, these are all the rules for dating. Like, if a man calls you after Wednesday, you don't take the date because he didn't think about you. I'm like,
That's so dumb.
like, what if this nigga work on an oil rig and he just got off Thursday morning? He can't ask you? Like, what the fuck? That's stupid. And I believe that woman ended up getting a divorce. It's like, yeah, because you live by a bunch of arbitrary rules. It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, the rules. More rules to live and love by. Check it out, guys. It's on Amazon. We find out Monique is also in this movie. She's her friend Deidre, who is described as ghetto fabulous. And she does the heavy lifting as far as the comedy on. See, don't do that. I was not making that as a point. But she does the heavy lifting as far as the
subconscious. Not gonna.
Get out of here. What the fuck you think you talking?
Yo, I wasn't, yo. You guys are such assholes.
Okay.
She does a lot of the fucking comedy for the women's side of this war, right? And look, I got to tell you, man, I miss when Monique was actually funny. She's like way too serious now.
When was that?
Yeah,
like during this time, like when she popped up in movies. I was never like a huge stand-up fan of hers, but I thought when she popped up in movies, I thought she was pretty funny.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
I didn't think she was
really.
the funniest in this of the quartet of women. I thought
Who was the
Wendy
funniest?
Raquel Robinson was funnier.
Yeah,
Personally.
I thought Wendy Raquel Robinson and Tamala Jones were funnier in this movie.
Okay, all right. Well, Monique is there because
and I don't think you thought she was as funny either. I think that you just felt guilty about your little slip of the tongue. Yeah,
there's
your
nothing little about
Freudian
it.
Slip.
See, I'm just being a dick now. No, I don't hate Monique. I just think that she's a fucking liar when it came to that Netflix thing, and I don't know why people bought into it.
Jesus.
I
Yeah.
don't think she was lying. She just thought she was worth more than she actually
just
was.
thought
No, but like she was leaving out. She was doing a lot of lying by omission type of shit, which I'm like, don't do that. Look, you want your money, I get it, but they don't have to pay you. But she's overly serious now. Like I saw her like complaining that like she saw black women wearing bonnets in the airport the other day. I'm like, all right, just fucking
shut
what?
up.
yeah. She was just like, when did we lose our pride, sisters? This is auntie talking. I was like, all right. So there you go, Tiara. Remember, you can always go to Auntie Monique
No,
for advice on.
I don't have an auntie. My aunties are dead.
Damn, all right.
Okay.
that took a dark turn. But look, don't wear bonnets to the airport, yo.
Stupid.
So
just
yeah, she was trying to make it a black woman thing. I was like, no, it's an all
worry
young
about
people
yourself,
thing.
Monique. Worry about yourself.
Your broke ass husband. That nigga's ruining your career, yo. He's ruining
He really
it.
is.
Yo, he's running it into the ground.
Is that the one that told her to like to piss off Oprah, Tyler Perry?
Yeah, fuck them. You don't need the most powerful black people in
You don't
Hollywood
need
to
the
make
two
it.
billionaires in Hollywood to fucking have your back. Piss both of them off.
Yeah, Oprah. What the fuck is Oprah? Fuck that bitch. You gonna be bigger than Oprah? No, you're not. Like, knock it off. Yeah, that was
Wah, wah.
yeah, that was a career killer if ever there was one. So the four of the ladies are at a club, and which is weird because it's like
It's the same club.
right? It's the same club, but it looks like a very formal restaurant, but also has a club in it. It's very weird.
So at night, do they like move the chair?
Right, like yo, it's a wild looking club.
It looks like the club opens up into its own little thing.
It looks like they went to a nice Italian restaurant. Somebody was like, all right, like it's 10:30. And then they just started playing go-go music or some shit.
I mean,
next to them.
spaghetti and Parmesan is an odd choice to order with the club right next door.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Like, your stomach gonna be all fucked up. So when they're at a table when they're all having dinner, somebody's like, ain't that Keith over there dancing with that younger woman? And it was like, oh shit. And so Shanté's, she fucking flips out. She's like, that lying son of a bitch. And she huffs off and she's in the bathroom.
Wait. There's a reason why she huffs off though, because when her and her friends were jamming and everything, she was like, this is how you know your man is lying to you or cheating on you. If he says
Right.
he's working late. And then one of her friends is like, he said he can't come to dinner because he's working late. And she's like, oh my God, he used that line on me.
Here's my thing. Is it possible that the youngest executive in his business could possibly be, in fact, working late? Like, that's a stupid, again, this is an arbitrary thing for you to be like, is it definitely a signal he's fucking somebody else? Like, no, it isn't. Haven't we all worked late before? Have we not? I mean, not with this woman. Like, nah. No.
I assume that she also works like, considering that she is partner at her firm.
Yeah.
So wouldn't she also be working late?
Well, she's a 20-year-old. She's a 20-year-old exec, of course.
She's a 38-year-old, 28-year-old exec.
She's on the same executive plan that fucking Dorothy from The Wiz was on. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, but like that bothers me so much. I was just like, why can't she just be her age, her real life age? Why does she have to be 28
That's
years
a good
old,
question. Yeah.
living in a mansion? And apparently she's partner by herself, but apparently she's partner at this.
It don't cost nothing to live in Atlanta, guys. Like, this girl's is $45,000
in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just have her be the almost 40-year-old she is here? Not to say that there's anything wrong being 40. She looks great right now. Why make her 28?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. Like, there's absolutely no reason to do that. Wow, this came out against the Musketeer in 2001. That's wild. So she goes up to Keith and she's like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh shit. Hey girl, how are you? Looking mad guilty. So I have a question to the other gentleman on here. Is this cheating?
No, I would not.
Oh,
is it cheating?
You having the same reaction he has, which is like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
I mean, I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, well, that's my next question. We're gonna get to
that. Like the fact that you're there. Like, say you're there, and she sees you there, and you're dancing with this woman. That's the problem. Like, if you were just at a table, like eating, like he said he was supposed to be doing, it's a little.
Yeah, you can't be out
niggas on the dance floor dancing. Like, no, nigga, that's a problem.
Yeah, you can't be
being there is kind of a problem, but like you can't be dancing.
You can't be shaking it up till she's a bad man pajama playing in the background and shit.
Yeah, that's where he fucked up.
Yeah, like, okay, so then this goes to everybody, which is, how do you handle that, right? Like, what's your move if a colleague, like, you're in a relationship with somebody and you have this clearly very attractive colleague and they're like, let's go to dinner and like at this club, like, you not going, or how do you figure out how to work that?
I say no.
I gotta pick up Chinese food and go home. Fuck off. Like,
yeah.
No.
Nah, yo.
Nah.
TR? Look, she going. She going. She going to the club.
Mouthful of wine.
She going to the fancy Italian restaurant club.
Do I have to pay for it?
You got a fucking free meal down at the Paradox.
I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yo,
so,
stop.
I mean,
that's fucked up.
I mean, like, to me, it's. I don't know if it will be cheating. I would feel some type of way about it, but I would just say, hey, I feel some type of way about it. But if I was Keith, I mean, chances are it's like free food, free drinks, and why not?
Oh, he paying. He better be paying. Or he going on a 10-day plan. I'm just saying. No, I guess my thing is, if one, I would try to avoid it at all costs. 100%. I'm not going. Nah, I don't even eat food. Like, I gotta go. But if I had to go, like it was like a client or something, like I had to go, nah, yo. Number one thing I do, I never talk to an attractive woman or any woman, for any long distance of time without mentioning I'm married. Fuck all that. Drop it in like I'm like fucking shooting a 3-pointer. Boom. It will come up in conversation. I will figure it out. And then I would be like, oh, this is my wife's favorite restaurant, which means she might pop up and be here. And I don't need the shitstorm that Keith ran into. I call her. I'm going to be at the Paradox at 9:30. with a colleague, you should come through.
But I mean, that's the kind of context we just don't have from Keith's point of view, right? Like from Keith's point of view, we don't know if he's mentioned that he has a girlfriend. He probably didn't, because
niggas don't.
Movie, he's a man and men are dogs who are irredeemable.
as we learn, the
movie is saying it.
This isn't my language. No, yo, I wouldn't know. Let's go out to the club. No. Come on the dance floor. No. You been to a Baltimore club? That's basically fucking. We can't go there. No.
It could be like a reggae club in the dance.
They hand out condoms at the door. Just go ahead. We know what's happening in here. Get the fuck out of here. I used to go to a reggae club in fucking DC. Jesus Christ. No. Now you get an STD, just standing there. Knock it off. So yeah. No, I think she handled it. This is the last time she acts reasonable in the movie, right? Like she handles it by just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And then immediately falls off of a fucking cliff into sociopath behavior, as Micah said. So
she was a bit of a
like. I mean, but
I don't think she handled this well either.
You don't think by just being like, "Hey," like you thought? What do you think she should have done?
It was his reaction. He's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, no, he fucked up. He knew he fucked up
all the way. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? This is a colleague of mine. She wanted to go out to eat. Why the fuck are you dancing, nigga?" Like, that's the that's where he fucked up. Don't do that. That's it. You could have been sitting at a table, but you could have called your girlfriend and let her know.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna go, you gotta text. You gotta say something like, "I'm going to dinner again at this restaurant. You can come through and look through the window and see it." Like I don't need guesswork. Fuck that.
I mean, but he chose to say, "I'm working late," and we all know what that means.
Yeah,
that means he about to cheat.
I did like the fact that like Anthony Anderson has that conversation with him. He's like, "Look, did you want to hit?" And he was like, "No, but I was." He was like,
"She's super attractive."
He was like, "Nigga, knock it off."
I'm watching that scene now where she goes up to say hi, and I didn't get a good look at the woman.
Oh,
before.
she's very good looking.
That's his colleague. Okay.
Yeah, she might work there.
His 26-year-old new colleague.
Yeah, but ain't he like 25 or something?
He's 28, right?
He's 28.
Yeah, all right.
He's also 28. So they're closer in age.
Yeah, he got himself a young woman. Vivica Fox is 47 years old.
Yeah, she said who's she, so he didn't say shit about Vivica Fox.
Oh, see,
he did say who's she, and he didn't even mention her.
Nah, yo, see that that to me, like you better have just met that person 48 minutes ago, yo. Like if my wife pop up and was like, "Hey, who's this person?" and she's like, "Who is she?" Oh no, you in the world of trouble, yo. Fuck that. I'd be like, "Here's a picture of my wife. This is her. Here's several pictures. You can see her from different angles and shit, so you know who she is." Fuck that. Yeah, if she said who is she, that's that's a wrap for you. So yeah, Keith eventually admits to his buddy that he actually did want to sleep with her because he has eyes and his dick works. And like, but that's the core of the problem. You only went to dinner because you kind of wanted to fuck her. Like, you did. You might not have acted on it, but you kind of did want to. And then this is where Shanté says, "Camera, I'm about to institute a 10-day plan." And then she puts on her eye covering for to go to sleep, which is a telltale sign in a movie that a woman is of about to do some obnoxious behavior, and she does, and she shuts off to the world. And starting on day one, oh boy! So day one consists of total radio silence.
That's it.
Nope.
That's it for me. I don't approve of that shit. You don't just not talk to me. I don't give a fuck what I did, what you did, who anybody did. I don't care if you got laryngitis. You better write some shit down. Nah, yo, that silent treatment stuff. Nope. never worked on me. I do not respond well to that.
I don't sometimes I get so angry I don't want to talk, but I'm not trying to do this. Like, I'm not like I have things to say, like, and I refuse to like talk to you. Like, I don't do that shit. Like, I can be like pretty quiet about, how I feel about something, but it's generally out of pure anger. I'm that mad. Terrence, are you the silent treatment?
Well, I don't talk a lot to begin with. So,
but like, Terrence, you give me a silent treatment? Nah.
No. The first day, if she says like if it's silent treatment, I'm like, okay, I get it. Whatever. She's upset.
I mean, is silent treatment reasonable for catching him doing what he was doing? I don't know, man. Like, maybe not talking might be your best option for 24 hours. Like, just shut the fuck up.
But look, you need to tell me that. You need to say, hey, I need some time to think.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Not nothing.
You calling 14 times though?
No, I'm not calling 14 times. Get out of here. I do have a certain amount of pride.
Look at Micah. Look at Micah lying on the internet. No, I'm not calling you more than twice. No. I can't imagine how angry I would be at call 12. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, I would be insane. So yeah. Eventually, she of course gives him radio silence for like a full day, and then they have dinner. And she's doing that, like talking to him like how a white woman boss would be talking to a black subordinate. Like, it really bothered me. I didn't like it. She sounded like she was about to fire him, right? Like she was like, let me think about it.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah, she kind of did. And is
this the one where she's like, test the waters or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting because she was like, rule number 2 or whatever. Break up with him before he breaks up with you.
Yeah, that's the second day. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we call him pretty bold, pretty early. Fuck that nigga. Day 2. God damn.
I'm just thinking like, this is awful what you saw at the because to me it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to do all of this.
Oh, you letting your man slide like day 2? It's not a big deal.
I mean, I don't know about letting him slide. That's
what you said.
But like doing the whole like, I think we should test the waters. How about I'm feeling a little bit trapped myself. Let's just see what's out there. Like, if that's not what you want, why even say that?
I had that happen to a friend of mine. Yeah, she was like, yeah, let's test the waters. And he was like, bet. The shit was over. And that wasn't a dating relationship. That was a marriage. Oops.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, man, why don't we reconvene about this in the future? You know what? I thought about it. Hard pass. It's like, just don't do shit like that. Like, if you don't mean it,
you don't mean.
Yeah, you don't. Man. Like, I could be pretty mad at my wife. I'm not gonna be like, maybe I'm thinking about divorce. I don't know. Like, nigga, you better be ready to do that shit if you say it. Don't let those words come out your mouth. Nah, fuck that. Then she tries the alligator arm paying the check, which I don't.
She said she would like, you want me to pay for it, and then pulled out her wallet and all that. I'd have been like, yep. You tell me you want to take a break?
Hell yeah,
you fine.
Hey, test the waters of being an independent woman. I'm out. Pay for this.
Get out of here. Yeah, thanks for the free meal.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they do, Micah. Am I right? No? All right.
What?
Just saying.
Micah,
no, I'm just kidding. Look, a $28 free meal is still a free meal.
Stop saying $28.
Why? That's all I'm spending. That's all I'm spending. Then we have a scene where Monique has to fit into 2 dresses. Next, she said it. I didn't say it.
Okay. I mean,
that was for you. That wasn't
you were waiting for the.
I'm sorry. Monique, a woman living in a larger body.
Like, I don't even remember that scene.
it just happened to pop up on the
That's
thing.
another example of Jay's issues with.
I don't actually have any issues with this woman. I really don't.
The whole scene with the two guys trying to figure out why, the psychological game and shit.
Yeah, all right, let's talk about it.
And how Anthony Anderson is like, I'd rather starve than let her get the upper hand, right? Like
that's 2 minutes that you just skipped over to talk about Monique trying to put on 2 dresses. And I don't remember that scene.
I literally hit skip forward, and that was the scene that came up. That's the only reason why I said it. You guys are idiots. Shut up.
Skip forward. I'm looking at the same skip forward.
Shut up. You're such an asshole. Shut up. All right. I'm actually going to play.
You skipping the fact that she's like, nah, yo, if you want to keep your man, look, the breakup thing, that's a gamble. And if you done with him, then you're done with him. But if you really want him, you gotta punish him.
Nah, yo.
Bitch, what the fuck? You gotta punish him.
Yeah, that's right.
Nah, yo. Nah.
He's not a child. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, this is not this. You're not talking to a child. You're talking to another.
No, you're not talking to a child. Apparently, you're talking to a dog.
Yeah. That's how she sees
it.
Look, I think I have a dog out of the 4 of us. Like, I don't even talk to my dog.
I also have a dog. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's like, what? I'm the only one, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Baxter.
Yeah. My dog got feelings. Goddamn.
But I'm pretty sure you don't even talk to Baxter that way. Like, I don't know, just be nicer.
Look, the whole idea in the 90s where people just like, where it was cool to just like refer to men as dogs, like people still think like that. They still do, which is crazy.
Men are.
Look, we got a lot of issues. I won't argue that. Like, just, we don't have to be dogs. That's fucked up. Look, I'm not going to lie. Anthony Anderson fucking nailed that scene. Like, he was awesome.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, that shit was
So
really
funny.
Ha ha! Yeah, he's great. And look, in all of these movies, you gotta have that guy, right? Like, just the guy trying to feed you like this somehow secret information that, or interpreting all of this madness.
So Jay, have you ever been Micah's Anthony Anderson, or has Micah been yours?
I absolutely have been his.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I told him to leave his ex alone. I was like, don't talk to her for 3 months. I told him.
3 months?
No, after they broke up.
After
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not like go like silent treatment for 3 months. What the fuck? The day 2, Micah. 3 months. No, I told him to leave that girl alone. And guess what? I helped him get over it. You can't talk to somebody you breaking up with. Like, that shit don't work. That don't work. Not if you're trying to get away. Like, no. He needed to get his ass away.
But she had already broken up. Right? Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was still, and y'all still talk from time to time.
I was making 7 phone calls on her answering machine.
No.
After that,
Not the 11.
Whoa, time out. After
No,
that,
that's a joke.
no, I mean,
He's like, no, don't try to skip by. Go back.
Back up. After she did that, you still
I tried to salvage it because like we were engaged.
Excuse me?
Like she accepted my
I know.
engagement.
I know, but
and I tried, but because I'm a good man. And, but you think you're in love. You know what I mean? Like I got low self-esteem, so I didn't think I would find anybody else either. You know what I mean? Like
listen to Music Soul Child over here.
teach me.
I got
love.
But yeah, no, it wasn't easy. And then Jay was like, yeah, just don't remain incommunicado for 3 months.
Yep.
And especially because like I had moved out that weekend. She left on a Friday. and I had a new place by Sunday, so I was still in the moving out process.
I had to take
So I
off
still
fucking
had
work.
So I still had to move stuff from downtown to Mount Vernon. So or Mount Washington. So it's, I still saw her. And but yeah, he was like, nah, just
Nope.
no. And I had no friends either. Like he was off to Capital College or whatever.
What year was that? Yeah, no, I was away. That's right.
Yes, I had no friends.
How old were you?
How old was I?
Actually I was back in Baltimore.
I was about to say that wasn't. I mean,
Yeah, no, that wasn't that long ago. Yeah, that's right. But I don't know. But I can't remember. I was in my late 20s.
Fucking car on fire. I'm sorry. That was really fucked up. It just was. Yeah, like, what?
I love that even you were like, God damn, all right. Relax, Terrence.
It was like I can exhale now.
God damn it. For a man who says he doesn't like puns.
Oh, no pun. I was on reference. Get out of here.
Whatever. Same thing.
Realm, the audio entertainment company that creates high-quality original fiction podcasts, presents a 4-episode miniseries created and written by author and psychiatrist Justin C. Key, Spider King. After taking the rap for a crime he didn't commit, Darnell makes a dangerous bargain to earn his freedom. But when he agrees to an experimental procedure, he has no idea of the horrific consequences. Darnell will do anything, even risk becoming a monster, to stay free. If you're a fan of Jordan Peele or shows like Lovecraft Country, you'll love Spider King. Spider King explores family dynamics and the protective bond between a black father and his daughter. It's an intimate commentary on overcoming trauma and reacclimating to society after incarceration. The 4-episode series can be binged all the way through right now. Listen to Spider King, available wherever you get your podcasts, and on realm.fm.
So from there we see after Keith gives, like, he calls like all these times, he seems like, just like a clown. So Shanté's like, I'm going to go to church, because I'm going to act like a piece of shit all the time. But when I need a little bit of fake, like good person bullshit, then I'll go to church and pretend like I am. So she takes herself to church. And I could have sworn for a second when she had the TV on, I could have sworn that was the pastor I used to go to. I was like, oh nigga, why are you in this movie? But that would have made sense. So then we see her at church, and she's like, she's instituting this plan. By the way, they keep showing Keith at home, like he's suffering because he's so depressed about it. He still has a picture of this woman up in his house. No.
I mean, it's only been a few days.
Flip
right?
it over,
It's been,
nigga.
2 days.
Grow up. Like, come
But it's
on.
been like,
Nah, it gotta lay
oh,
down.
you know what?
yo.
I'm watching that scene right now. Yeah, he does have a photo of.
Yo,
of
it's not even of them. It's a single
of
picture
her,
of
yeah.
her,
like she lived there. I know, but
testing
at
the
this point, it's only been
waters.
2 days.
She did say we should see other people, though.
Right. Yo, I'd be like, yeet. I'd have thrown that shit in the trash the second I got home. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
I'd have threw a milk jug through her window like in Mayor of
Same
Easttown.
thing to say on day 2.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Then we see, what?
That program, all right.
I feel like that program gets you broken up with a lot. Not a lot of relationships make it to day 3.
Like, how many relationships has she been in to come up with this 10-step program?
well, she's only 28, so I'm assuming.
She has 28
Plus
boyfriends a year. God damn.
It seems like a program for a very well seasoned person to come up with, someone with a lot of experience.
The ripe old age of 28 years old.
I mean,
Yes.
Look, she might have been running through him. I mean, apparently they slept together on the first date. He let that slip later on. I was like, okay. That was like a weird fact. It was just so strange.
Anthony Harris is like, oh.
Like, well, okay. So while in church, she institutes a plan. She hugs up on one dude who is like that she knows a friend of his is going to see it, and so then he's going to like run and tell everybody, basically like a gossip. So she hugs up on a live version of a Raggedy Andy doll. And you know, he's like, all right, bet. Like, yeah, I guess he's a player or whatever in the church. And then his one of Keith's coworkers or friends or whatever sees this guy hugged up on him.
Look at that sweater. Look at that yellow sweater.
He looks wild, yo. He looks super wild. I don't remember that dude's name. He was in a lot of things for a while.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah. And so yeah, on the golf course, he's talking to Anthony Anderson. He's like, "Yo, they were practically grinding in the church lobby, like, you know, like trying to spread the word or whatever." And that was her whole plan, right? For that to get back at Keith, or back to Keith. Meanwhile, by the way, I forgot to mention they show during the time where Keith is at home, you know, sitting there crying and shit. He's working out, and I just like to point out he's working out in a V-neck sweater. Like, you doing boxing training in a V-neck?
So this is something else that bothered me, and this is a very small nitpick.
It's odd.
But his TV was really small for someone who.
Well, you know what they say about a man with a small TV. It doesn't crowd the wall.
Well, according to Monique, he has a really big.
Thank you. I thought that was pretty good.
God damn it, yo.
See, that's a deep cut. You had to be listening to this show for a very long time. Still one of the greatest things.
That was funny.
What does that even mean? Then we see Keith at home. He's just staring off. And Anthony Anderson's outside. And he's like, "Look into the light, Keith. Look into the light." Like, because he thinks he's like so depressed he's gonna like be suicidal or whatever. And so he's like trying to coax this man like out of the bullshit, right? And so then the next day at work, Keith comes in. He's all confident. And he relays the story of going over there last night, and he showed up looking, quote, better than Denzel. Looking, don't roll your eyes. In fairness, he's talking about Roman J. Israel Denzel. Not his.
This
more
is the same
Chestnut.
year that fucking training day came out. Same year, yeah. So
Wow.
Alonzo.
Okay.
More Chestnut isn't necessarily my preference, but whatever.
He's not your aesthetic. Do you not like a man showing up in a plum long sleeve sweater and leather pants? Leather fucking pants. You got leather pants?
Did y'all have leather pants in the
My cousin had leather pants a couple of years ago.
Nah, yo, come on.
A couple is 2 years.
It wasn't
In
that
2019?
far. It wasn't that long ago.
Was he wearing it as a joke? Was he dressed as Morris Chestnut for Halloween?
Was it a 90s party?
No, it was. This is the Senate auto insurance cousin.
Oh no! Oh no!
So yeah, he still rocks
leather pants.
The pleather pants. Yeah.
No, y'all ain't used to have the ones with the suede joints, like they had the big suede patches back in the early 90s. Don't sit here and lie. I swear to God, don't you fucking lie. Terrence, I know your ass ain't.
Suede patches?
You don't remember
leather
those?
pants with
No, they weren't leather pants. They weren't leather pants. They were regular jeans. They had huge suede like pads on, or like patches on them.
Yeah, knee patches, right?
Not just knee patches. It was a wild look.
sound like they cost too much to be as ugly as they probably were.
They were definitely ugly.
No, I did not have those.
I had a pair. I think I might have got them at the Patapsco flea market.
Flea market, yeah. They were like 2 tones of blue.
Yeah.
Were they polo pants?
They might have been.
Yo.
I mean, they might have been like pants with a polo emblem sewn on them.
Fell off.
Nah, see, y'all hating.
That happened to my first Kangol. My first Kangol that my father got for me from the
Yeah, I remember
Tesco
that
flea
story.
market. This shit fucking the kangaroo fella.
Oh, like you did what you had to do back then. They were like reverse chaps. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of. Somebody made him like used or major damage or some fucking bullshit like that. So anyway, he shows up with the pleather pants, trying to be all slick. And he, sits down. He's like, I'm gonna go over there and rock her world and, get the power back. And she was like, no, this isn't going to work. And so he was like, yeah, so I just started an argument. And so he basically, and that works, right? He basically just dumped all of his anger and insecurities all into her during the argument. And then he got back on top. Good. She deserved it.
Yeah. Look. Vivica Fox is a real bitch in this movie. She really
Golly.
is. She is, yo. She is.
We're going to get a letter.
Now, look, I understand not wanting to be with you think this guy cheated? He probably did, or he was going to, or whatever, right? Like, fine. Leave. Have some self-respect.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand the sitting and torturing somebody. Just leave.
Also, like, I don't want to seem like I'm sticking up for Morris Chestnut because Morris Chestnut does shit like this. Like, fuck off, dude.
Micah has 100% done that. Before he went on a date. He did. When he went out with that apple-headed girl. He did.
No, you gotta get out of here.
He's like, I can't wait to spend $200 on a Chris Tucker concert. This is going to be great.
Was it even funny?
No,
it wasn't. It wasn't funny. And it was him working out material for his Netflix special.
Which apparently wasn't funny either.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, that Netflix special was not funny. Ugh.
No, it was not.
I didn't even bother. I saw the parts of the commercial. I was like, oh, this isn't working for me. No.
Ouch.
Yeah, definitely worth it. So day six is really hard because she gets treated like how she's been treating him for the last 5 days. Sad. Like I like how they show her and she's just like, oh, day 6 is a really bad day, but not as bad as 5. It's called the transition of emotion. Yeah, I've definitely done that. I've definitely felt like shit and then just like laid into somebody. and I'm like,
take it out on other people.
Yeah, of course.
Boy, that is toxic masculinity, isn't it?
Did you ever take it out on the person you were
Probably.
in a relationship with?
Oh, undoubtedly.
Okay.
Not with my
Abusive.
wife. Not with
right.
my wife.
Okay.
No, I used to like to dump on the other person I was with because she was making my life miserable. So you're welcome. Here you go. Take some of it back. Now get a real job. Yeah, I'll play all that. I ain't your fucking sponsor. Nope. Dragging your ass, kicking and screaming through life. Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
No, I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. I don't like
You
it.
have some things you have to work out.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go work out in a V-neck sweater like Morris Chestnut for some goddamn reason. So Anthony Anderson convinces Morris Chestnut to go out to a club with Conny, Gabrielle Union.
This Anthony Anderson is dancing with this woman, and he's dancing, right? And he's going low on her, right? He's going low. He's like, yeah, put it in my face. I want it to be funky.
I was like, that's
This
gross.
nigga.
It was like, ew.
Yeah, Anthony Anderson is a very
Hilarious.
problematic man of the early 2000s. Like, if you took this character and threw him into 2021, they'd be like, yo, you need to go all the way over there. Like, you can't talk in society. Like, you're a wild nigga. And so Connie is like all on Keith and
She's
like
blowing him. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
yeah, and
you don't even see her head
At one point.
for the first couple of moments here. Like, God damn.
And apparently this is a work event that they're at. Her work event.
Yeah. Yeah. And y'all still try to tell me this ain't Atlanta? Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's Coca-Cola. Wait, what's one?
There are a lot of white people
Coca-Cola.
in this
Yeah,
scene,
Atlanta's-
Jay. I'm watching it right
Coca-Cola's
now.
in Atlanta.
What's that? Yeah, Coca-Cola's in Atlanta. That's right. Oh. Right. Look, I don't know that it was filmed there, but I know it was filmed there. This got Atlanta written all over it. And so there's a funny exchange where like Keith gets off the dance floor and he's like, yo, she trying to rape me out there. He's like, do you know how much I would pay for her to rape me? Yeah, I was like, wow, my nigga, what are you
That
talking
scene
about?
just came on my TV. Yeah, that's you cannot say that today.
He was like, look at her breasts sitting up there. You just want to suck them. I'm like, all right, my nigga, like we get it. Like, goddamn. I mean, she looked real good though. And he's like, she got her titties all up on my back. He's like, you know how much I would pay to have her bend me up and put her titties on my back? Like, it was fucking wild. And he's like, look at her shaking her ass, saying, Keith, come eat me. Look at. I was like, all right, all right. It's, yeah. I mean, at the same time, I'd be like, what you complaining about? Like, I might not say it in that way, but I'd be like, take your ass back over there. Like, you on day 6, nigga. Who cares? Let's go. Look, sorry if I was just dating Gabrielle, or if I was just dating Vivica Fox. At this point, I would have slept with Gabrielle Union. Now, all that torture shit, cool. You bet. We testing the waters. I'm done. Fuck
Yo,
that.
she said it on day 2. Yo.
Yeah, no, we done. Yeah, I'm testing all the waters. Backstroking. Fuck that. Get out of here. Test the waters. You ain't said nothing but a word. All right. Vivica meets up with her other friends at a mall. And you come to find out Bobby Brown did in fact propose after being tortured for 10 days. He proposed to Karen. Again, I'm not sure why you'd want to marry somebody who treated you as horribly as this person treated you for 10 straight days. Like, again, like
Bobby Brown?
Yeah, why would you? I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
Remember he was being trash to her.
Yes, I understand.
After she fixed him up. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, remember.
I'm saying,
paying
but
attention to her, so that's what she went through the whole 10-day thing.
right, yeah, fuck him.
And
I get his behavior is shitty. What I'm saying is, why would you want to marry him, and why would he want to marry her? Why? I'd be like, look, I took advantage. You right. I'm a piece of shit. Also, you're treating me like a fucking psychopath. Like, I'm also out. This sucks. I don't get it.
I mean, sure he didn't deserve it. Because it sounded like he probably deserved it. To me.
He did, yo. Like this.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
I'm not saying, look, I'm not defending Bobby Brown staring in the mirror. Like, don't put me in that position. I'm saying I don't know why either one of them would want to get married. I don't understand it.
To me, it just seems, well, I don't know why she would want to get married to him. Like, if
Right,
he
that's what I'm
proposed,
saying.
like, no. But like for him, I mean, like for him to take that same stance, I'm like, no, you are the trash bucket here.
Oh,
It's not the same thing. Like
he was
with,
an ugly man living in a good man's body, right? Is that how it goes, or what's the term?
Don't make fun of S. I'm not calling it.
Oh, see, you don't even know the letters. It's quilt bag.
Don't make.
Oh, it's a different group. All right.
Wait, what group are we talking about right now? Because I'm out
Jay
of
is.
the loop.
We're not talking about any group. Jay is just being.
Is there another group of like people who don't live in the bodies of what we can see them looking like?
I don't know.
All right, this is like he's a handsome dude living under the face of an ugly nigga. Like what's like? I don't get it. I don't get it.
In Michael's case, probably.
Oh,
Probably. But like, I feel like there's a difference. There's a difference between what Vivica Fox is doing compared to what her friend is doing.
Why even do the 10-step program?
yeah, just break up.
If the nigga was just a piece of shit.
That's what I'm
Because they don't know how to
saying.
communicate. Just
I feel like these rules are weirdly just keeping shitty guys around, right? Like you treat this nigga like shit, deservedly or not. He straightens up for 9 minutes, and then you're like, I got my man back. Bam, we getting married, y'all. And then you get married, and it's like, this nigga's a piece of shit. Yeah, he was a piece of shit yesterday. What the fuck? That shit ain't changed.
Is it Is it because women like a project?
That's why y'all watch so much TLC or whatever, or not TLC, HGTV. Why are you drinking so much? You represent all women. That is your role. Everyone knows this.
First of all, I think I'm getting too drunk for this to answer my
No, you're the exact right level of drunk. That's perfect.
I'm out of. Mike, what was your question?
Is it because women like a project?
I don't know. I can't speak for all women, so.
You are one woman living in the body of all women, or something or whatever nonsense. Yeah, look, I don't understand it. Like, if the dude is a piece of shit, like fundamentally a piece of shit, the fuck you want to get married to him for?
Do you think Keith is a piece of shit?
Which one's Keith? Is that Morris Chestnut?
Morris Chestnut.
I want to say yes because him.
But why aren't you saying yes?
Are we talking about Keith or Morris Chestnut? I'm just fucking with you. I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Is he?
I don't know. I don't think he's. I don't think he's a piece
wanted
of
to
shit.
sleep with the chick. He didn't. But what happens if what's her name wasn't at the restaurant?
Right. That's the question.
Would he have cheated on Shanté had he not seen her at the restaurant?
Right. That's the question that there's no answer to. So we can't.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like if they were making out or something, you could be like definitively yes. But him doing his like black man, two-step.
So
I don't
men
know.
and women can't be. So men and women can't be platonic. Right? What you saying?
What did you say, Micah?
Hey,
say
So
it
men
again.
and women cannot be platonic friends, right? That's what you're saying.
That's the argument. Yeah.
In your world, sure.
Yeah. if I'm attracted to a woman, I'm not going to be her friend. I'm sorry. I'm just
Damn.
not.
That's what Mike is saying to all of the women who he's friends with. I don't find any of you attractive. That's what he's saying. That's fucked up.
Yes, you are correct. I do not find you attractive. I'm not saying you're not pretty. I'm saying I don't find you attractive.
Damn,
I
that's
have male friends that I found attractive, and it's just platonic.
No.
I just don't
not
like
for
it like
them.
that.
Not for them. It's not.
Right.
Not for them.
Exactly.
They like.
Exactly.
That may be the one thing that Steve Harvey said that might possibly be.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
I don't. But
It's not true. It's not 100% true.
It's not
but-
100%.
But
it's
the
like
but
99.
right, the percentage is high as fuck. It's high as fuck.
wait,
It's
so
not-
okay,
it's not bullshit.
all right. So now I have a question. If you are,
Yo, we about to get our own. We about to get a big ass YouTube show from all this bullshit ass advice. Is your dick big? Sorry, that's all I got for you.
So are you saying that if men, even if they're married or not, if they have female friends who are attractive and they're like, oh yeah, she's pretty, they can't be platonic or whatever?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think you absolutely.
What I am saying.
That is what I'm saying. I don't. Micah doesn't talk to women at all.
There's something about the other person that you just don't find attractive.
Are you
not-
just
it doesn't have to be
actively
looks.
looking for something?
Doesn't have to be looks, but
Yeah,
there's
okay, that's a
something-
fair thing.
But there's something about them. Then it's just like,
Oh,
this is not worth me fucking up my marriage.
Look. Here, I stand by the Chris Rock like explanation of this, which is men can't run that fast, right? But if you're gonna cheat, like there's a calculation, right? It's like, is this worth fucking up my whole life for? That's it. And niggas make that calculation and go, I think so. Like they just do. They be like, all
I
right.
don't think they do. I
No.
don't think they do.
No, but
I
they're-
think niggas are just like, was it?
I can't get my zipper down fast enough. But like, I think I do think people make that calculation. Like, is this worth throwing away what I have, or is it not worth throwing away? I haven't met anybody as my
But
life
do-
is
do
worth
they-
throwing.
do they
My
think-
marriage
do
is
they
worth
think-
throwing it away. I've
Well, do
never
those-
met someone like that.
But do those dudes ever think they're going to actually get caught?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Look, niggas who cheat don't give a fuck. Oh, they go in, they're getting in their car and doing their videos, but then they go in to cheat, and then they get back on YouTube and act like they got good advice. Look, all that extra like getting phones and burning phones on shit. At the end of the day, you couldn't possibly give a fuck. You couldn't possibly give a fuck. You couldn't. Because you just break up with the person you're with. Just break up and you go fuck that person all the time. No, they don't give a fuck. No.
Okay.
No. So No, I don't understand being with somebody who you're willing to torture for 10 days. I don't understand it. Why would you want to be with that person? Also, then you find out your man's a simp who calls you 11 times in one day. Oh, the hell you want to be married to that guy for?
Is that simp behavior?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
11 times?
No.
Did he leave 11 messages?
He left messages, yo. He left messages. There's a trail. like it's bad enough cell phones be like, yo, you got 9 missed calls from Terrence. You're like, damn. Like back in the day, you could call 30 times and you know, if she ain't there, she don't know.
That's a lot of minutes. This was 2001.
Yeah, they didn't have. Did they have free nights and weekends?
You burn it through your allotment.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh shit.
So then she has this new. I guess this is like day 7 or whatever. She's like, look, day 7 is blue balls day apparently. She's like, look,
you're not gonna make mention of
is there another Monique scene?
Of David Diggs in his first role?
No, I totally. Wait, what? No, wait, hold on. yo, that's fucked up.
I thought the same thing too.
The Jamaican dude
in the leather vest.
Nigga, come on.
With the nipple ring.
Oh, if he was dark skinned, that would have been Deacon's role if he ever wanted it.
That's fucked up.
David Diggs.
David Diggs was like 15. Yeah.
Hey, if Vivica Fox can be 28 during this time period, David Diggs can up his age.
That's right. That's fucking hilarious.
How old? Oh no, he would have been like 20.
Which is also weird. Yeah, she decides that before she gets to the scene we're getting ready to talk about, she decides to brush off her little black book and call up some dudes and go on dates. I'm like,
nah, this is
as
Deacon
fun
right here. This is Deacon at 5717, Big Papa. That's Deacon. It should look like him.
Oh.
I could be his damn father.
I don't know. The guy with the terrible wig is also a solid choice. They got. Oh, that guy. Yeah, no, that's definitely him. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the nigga who looked like Pitbull or some shit like that. Oh, that guy. Got it. Oh, I'm sorry. Pooh Bear is who I was referring to. Wow, she dated some loser ass niggas for a relationship guru. God damn. So she's like, look, you put on your sexiest outfit. And she does this thing that I thought was kind of funny. She's like, you take a long bubble bath, you get this dress. Every woman has one. No panty lines, y'all. It's like, all right. We get it. Look sexy. We get it. So she goes and she puts on a dress, that clearly
this nigga is watching reruns of Ricky Lake.
2001. I think that shit was a wrap. Right?
I think so. That was strong mid 90s.
Mid 90s.
It was he was probably watching an episode about dump that zero, get a hero or some shit like that. So she goes over to his house. He don't look as debonair as he's normally does. He's not even wearing leather pants. And you can tell it's early 2000s because she drops off his shit in an Evian water box, which is just telling.
Wow.
And we used to drink that swill. So she just she starts making out with him. He offers to bring her in, and she's like, no, I'm going to go home. I don't think that's a good idea. And he says something that he's like, but wait, and then she's like, yeah, got him. She goes in there, she makes out with him. And just as they're about to have sex, she's like, I gotta go. And then we get more Anthony Anderson, shit where he's basically like, look, this relationship isn't even about you. This is about men all over the world. Which is hilarious. And talking about he can't fail. He's got to see this thing through. I don't even know what winning is. I guess staying in a relationship with her. And then she doesn't treat you like a dog. Again, what is winning for him? I would be like, day 10, yeah, I want to get back with you. And she'd be like, okay, great. I'd be like, go fuck yourself. And then walk out. That would be winning. That's winning. Like, I don't even understand this.
But he clearly wants her back.
Yeah, because he still has that fucking picture in his apartment, which is weird.
He also has one on his desk at work too.
Oh, nigga, at work?
Yeah.
You got
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah.
But it's still up. Again,
Is it? I don't know.
put it in a drawer. Like see how the 10 days go. Like, don't just leave it out. That's crazy. Yeah. So then they're like, the four of them are talking or whatever. Like the four women are talking outside, and they're basically like, look, like, you know, you got to know your man. You got to know your man's sex cycle, right? Is this what you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Please elaborate.
I'm really glad you reminded me because I really did forget up until just now.
It's probably for the best.
Is this true? Micah said yes.
Oh, I forgot about the sex cycle part.
Okay, this is what I was talking
I thought
about.
you meant like just like emotionally, right?
No, she says. I think she says like
Yeah,
men
she
can
mentions,
only the men
At least
only want to have
once
sex every
7 days.
yeah, something like that. Is it true?
And then Monique said 7 days, 7 times a day or some more.
Like,
shit.
yeah, like 3 times a day. I'm like, so that's why he'll have a job. All right, we get it.
Well,
Say that shit for Saturday.
just one because that was early in the movie where she said she can't leave her man who doesn't do anything except hang out with his friends, no job, because he lays the pipe. To that, I would say he has no job. He should be good at something. And also, everyone knows that broke jobs is, look,
Don't they call them like homosexuals?
I don't know what that is, but
Wait, a what?
Homosexual. Like that's not what they call them. It's like you got to be good at something type shit. Like what you said.
maybe. But I guess if that's what I'm describing, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
You don't have a job and you're not paying the bills. The least thing that you can do is know how to lay down some dick. That's it.
That's wild because I don't think the opposite works at all. Like,
So
I'm just saying, like, that didn't, at least in my history, not having a job has not improved any of that. Like, no. Get the fuck out of here. Frankly, the other way. Other way works better for me.
It's just funny to me because I know who he's talking about personally.
Like, no. What? Not having a job? Look, yeah, 3 times a day, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. That's exhausting to me. Like, I got things to do. Lala's in this movie, guys. That was kind of crazy.
She was so adorable.
Right.
Like, she'll go on to have actually a pretty good career as an actress, which is kind of cool. So then,
she's trying to get these people pumped up, and these people just don't pay her any mind whatsoever. At this Miller Genuine Draft Party, which by Jay's logic means the movie was shot in Milwaukee.
no, it was this part. They shot this on location. Yo, this doesn't look like Atlanta to you. This doesn't feel like Atlanta to you. Look at that house. That house is $200 in Atlanta.
It looks like LA to me.
How would you know? You don't live anywhere near LA compared to us.
That's
How would
right.
you know? You don't live in California.
You're right. I live in Milwaukee. So
See, that's what I'm saying. You're coming to us live from a Miller Genuine Draft Party. I'm gonna find out where this movie was shot, and then y'all all gonna look crazy.
What do the license plates say?
Nah, they would have been
California
crafted.
plates.
they show downtown LA.
Yeah, as a like
In the
as
very
a
beginning.
yeah, but that's like you can buy those shots. Like that shit don't count. No, I'm talking about where's this
Okay,
party Lala's at?
I'm at the scene where she's like looking for someone to come help her out or whatever. I'm trying to look for the license tag plates.
Nah, like if it's a real movie, they'll just get California fake plates.
Okay, so it's California. Settled.
I don't buy it.
Continue.
So at the Miller Genuine Draft Party, yeah, that sounds insane. Connie is there, and she sees Vivica Fox, and Vivica Fox has brought her date, Keith Fenton.
This nigga was not looking at her in the eye, and it bothered me.
Yeah. Like, where are you looking?
He's just like not looking at her. I'm like, nigga, just say hi.
Yo, he had the most light-skinned behavior in that scene I've ever seen. Like, that shit's crazy.
Nah, yo, no, I do the same thing. Fuck you. Fuck you, lady. Fuck you. I don't know you. You don't answer my phone calls.
All 11 messages?
Yeah, you a stranger. The fuck out of here. Nope, I'd have done the same damn thing.
Damn, filming location was LA. Fuck.
Yeah, no shit, nigga. What the fuck?
Nah, yo. I'm mad at this. I can't believe they got this many black people all around LA at the same time.
Well, Jay, there are black people outside of Atlanta.
Yeah, that's an Eddie Murphy movie. That's a real movie. Don't compare that. Don't you dare compare this to Boomerang.
How dare in New York?
It's a bunch of people, a bunch of black people doing it big in LA.
Again, that's Boomerang. I refuse to have that conversation with you. Don't compare this movie to Boomerang. How dare you?
This feels a little racist.
It is. It's gonna
always marketing execs.
Because niggas always thinking of shit. Like we drive the culture. We always.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Challenges or whatever, right? Like that's what we do.
I mean, I kind of always wanted to be in marketing. I'm not gonna lie. I did.
That honestly, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I always thought that because it's just gotta be an ideas guy. Yeah, do it.
Only thing they have to do is just listen to their apocalypse. $1 billion
ideas every week, and nobody ever gives us money
for free.
I know that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. So Connie and Shanté have an exchange. It's like, look, your man is here with me because he wants to be. And then
I don't like Morris Chestnut with hair either.
It's a little weird. It's like seeing an old picture with me with hair. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's not. Anyway, I digress. Keep going.
He's in the background talking to no one, by the way. Like, he's just like, have you guys seen this architecture? He's not talking to anyone.
He don't know about it there.
Yeah, he'll fuck with them.
He just arm candy. He don't know no better.
In response to Connie saying, talking shit, Vivica Fox punches her in the face, which is pretty funny, I guess. And then we come to find out, yeah, that's not really how two very successful young black executive women would act in reality, thankfully. I was, when I remember first seeing this, I was like, that cannot be how they're going to play this scene. She's a puncher in the face? Like, what the fuck? At an MGD party? The highest of the high.
She kept calling Connie a hoe and kept on and alluded that she got to her senior position because she made the boss divorce his wife. And I'm just like, Connie didn't do anything to you. At least Connie waited until that man was single.
She did. She did. She didn't. She ain't trying to fuck. She ain't trying to fuck your man while he was with you.
And they also called that other woman a hoe at the fucking club. Like she didn't even know he had a fucking girlfriend. He was like, that hoe. I'm like, wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like you can't just call
yo.
people hoes. Come on,
just for no reason.
I mean, I don't know if Connie is a hoe, maybe, but I don't think that other woman, at least in that situation, she was not a hoe. Wow, there's not a lot left of this movie. That's great. So then we see Keith and Connie on the dance floor at this Miller Genuine Draft Party. Isn't that the champagne of beers? Is it not?
You tell me.
Is that Miller High Life?
Oh, that's Miller High Life. That's right.
Which one is which? I think that's not the same shit.
I don't know. There's some white person in the comments right now. They're not the same. All right, we get it.
The banquet beer. Which one is that?
A banquet beer. Nigga. You know what else is a banquet? Golden Corral. Like that shit is just a.
I mean, one can make an argument. So
look at this nigga dancing. God damn. Look, as someone who can't dance, I feel like he's making it look bad for the rest of us. It's just not.
Like he got the arms crossed and they come out. Like that's his whole move. And then for some reason, Connie's like, yeah, I really want to fuck you. So here, let me have the Miller Genuine Draft chicks grind up on you in the middle of a work event. Like,
right. This is a work
Very
event.
odd. I mean, everybody's drunk off MGD. Who cares? That's a lot of MGD to get,
to get drunk. Yeah, you would just be full.
bullshit.
So yeah, at one point, Anthony Anderson dances with one of the MGD girls, who is a white woman. He says, "Come here, snowflake." Again, yo, his character is a wild dude in this movie.
I like Monique in this scene.
Yeah, because she was like, "I'm gonna go
expression.
fuck him up." Yeah.
At her friend's work party. But I love it. I love the energy.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad
You
at
need
that.
friends like that.
Yeah, you always gotta have somebody who's willing to have a physical fight in your presence. I'm just saying, it's nice to have you back, Terrence.
I ain't scared. I fought dudes bigger than him. God damn.
I bet. So at that point, like, you know, obviously Shanté's pissed because, you know, he's out testing the waters, which is exactly what she told him to do on day 2.
But we are day what now? 7, 8,
7 or 8. Yeah.
9. Okay.
This is day 9?
6 days ago.
Yeah, I think this is day 9.
God.
She said that's 7 days ago. So why are you mad?
Yeah.
A whole ass week. Not even a work.
Yeah, not even a work week. A real week. This nigga was crying at home on a Saturday and you were out. Get out of here. So she's like, well, you know, here's my next method. I'm gonna stab. For some reason, she's got like an ice pick because she's a murderer. She's gonna stab one of her wheels on her
Own tires.
Jaguar.
She doesn't have to run flats. This is 2001.
Yeah, like
you just wasted money. That's a $200 tire you got to replace.
no, and you gotta get both back tires replaced because you know you can't just replace one. Nah, you fucked up. You spent like
Well, I mean,
$600-700
she's
on
also
some
Also got a lot
bullshit.
of money, but like
She's rich,
That's a
so-
lot of money just to try to get back at a nigga that you told to test the waters 7 days ago.
You don't let your nose talk back at you. You gotta cut that motherfucker right off your face.
That's right.
Fuck you, nose.
No, that's
Damn.
like you go fuck your own car up. Like I don't like him that much. Like no, I'm not giving myself a flat tire for nobody. So this first white dude shows up. He looks like the one of the brothers from Arrested Development. She was like, nah, I'm good. And then another dude shows up, and she's like, oh, or like he's in like a, I don't know. This dude looked like he was 12 years old.
Hi, do you need some help?
That dude looked like he the
12 years old.
captain now. That's what he looked like.
Oh,
You ain't right.
No.
Then she sees, you know, like a white man who probably has money.
Patrick Bateman shows up.
You know what? In 2001, I wouldn't have been surprised actually if it was Christian Bale. Like, wasn't he? Yeah, he was the villain in Shaft 2000.
Didn't American Psycho come out in like 2001?
Right, like he had some dicey ass choices early in his career. I'm like, what do you, or his adult career? So Connie is walking around the party and Keith scoops her up and he's like, hey, let's just do like weird dancing right here to get attention to my ex because I'm a completely reasonable adult.
Wait a minute. They're at a Miller Genuine Draft party. And it's for what is Anthony Anderson doing there? Like Morris Chestnut is Connie's date and Connie's firm is doing this. And Vivica Fox's firm has sent her there to spy on them, right? To see what they're doing for like work related reasons, right? So, but what is Anthony Anderson?
He's his friend. His tag along?
He says plus one.
But he's a plus one already.
Maybe she had a
Why are you
plus
asking
2.
these questions?
Because I need to do something to keep me awake.
No, but then why are all her friends there? She got like a +3? What the fuck?
I assume because she's partnered, she can probably bring whoever she wants.
I think that's wild. That's not how invitations work.
Especially to work events. But yep.
Especially to like a beer related work event. Like you got to pay for that.
What if they promised not to drink any MGD while they were there? I don't threaten me with a good time.
Anyway.
So Shanté is sitting there pretending that she's actually into Patrick Bateman. And it's really weird. Because
his face is so
big.
His face is
it's just
weird.
like,
the hair is weird.
It's like someone cut like his face into like a perfect, like just a straight line.
He looks like one of those Olmec heads, right? It's just fucking.
I was about to say something fucked up, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Oh, that's not what we're here for.
He looks like Rocky Dennis.
I don't know who that is.
You told me. You said that's not what we're here for.
No, who was the person you said?
You ever seen Mask?
Oh, damn! Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't right. I know. Look, I ain't mad at you, but that ain't right.
It's not. It isn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
I apologize.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I apologize. That's hilarious.
No, I said we're better than this. Yeah. She said something in this scene where she said it was he's dancing with the other women, and he says he's acting like a child right now. He just wants attention. I'm like, you've been doing this whole thing for a whole movie. Who's the child in this situation?
You just gave yourself a flat tire.
Yeah, you
busted
your own tire for attention.
You've been doing this shit for damn near a fortnight. It's been almost 2 weeks.
I was like, what are you talking about?
And by the way, this isn't her first. This isn't her first run at this, right?
Right.
Like she has created these rules, which means
hard and fast rules that she made up, which means she's done this several times.
Right.
Sometimes it's worked, and then the nigga was like, "Yo, you wild," and left. And sometimes it didn't work after the second day when she was like, "We should see other people," and they were like, "Okay."
Then you got only 28. Like what?
No, she's not. No.
Like when did she have time between 18 and 28 when she was working her way up the corporate ladder to become as successful as she is, to have so many niggas that she came up with these 10 rules that didn't work because she's on her however many niggas, whatever dude this is.
Again, this woman dates like
they don't work.
Yo, this woman dates one dude every 2 months. Like in a serious relationship.
They never said how long she and Keith had been together. She just said like, we've been together for a while. But they never tell you.
6 weeks, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. How long do you think? He got 2 pictures up at his job and at home.
I'm gonna say at least a year or 2.
No way. With her?
At least a year, yeah.
So that means that she came up with these rules within 8 years of dating. Like she got out of high school at like 18 and she went to college or whatever.
Yeah. She put in work in college.
She started developing the rules in college, and worked out.
I mean, you experiment in college, Terrence. That's what you do.
Yeah. But then none of it worked.
No, and then
again, she's like working her ass off to become like one of the top people in this firm that she's in. What do you have the time? Plus, she's a black woman, so like, come on. And this is 2001. Knock it off. Yeah, this is a fucking fairy tale.
It's a terrible.
Maybe she says things like, if he says he's working late, he's cheating because she's obviously had to work late a lot to get to where she is. So maybe she's just speaking from experience.
And cheated on all other niggas she was with.
That's an interesting twist. I hope that's what the sequel's about. I'll never see it, but let me know.
3.
Oh,
you're not into the can play that game franchise.
Now that you say that, maybe I am. I can't wait for 4 can play that game.
Wait, there were 3 sequels, 2 sequels?
No. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
No, I think there are 2 sequels.
No, there's not.
I think so.
What's the other one called? There's 2 can play that game. There's 3 can play that game.
It's not called 2 can play that game.
Is there a prequel called
Game Over?
1 can play that game?
That's just her discovery.
I hope so.
No, never mind. Let me leave it alone.
Honestly, I'm really surprised that this movie hasn't been rebooted yet.
Don't do that.
Oh, I don't need that.
you can't
I don't
do
need that in 2001 or 2021.
You can do this today.
I don't know. Yeah.
I will watch it too.
Oh no, I didn't say I wouldn't watch.
I mean, come on, you watch anything? Of course you can. Watch.
No, I don't.
Don't you
I
watch? What's the
watch-
name of that show you're watching? Cross Rivers or some shit? What is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's one of them teen shows.
Cruel Summer.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cross
Well,
Rivers.
summer's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll listen to Terrace. I was waiting on that.
That's a wild show. It is.
I have no idea. Is that on the CW?
No, it's on fucking Hulu.
Okay, so I was like, all right.
It's on Hulu.
Are you serious? Yo, I said no.
I've
don't
never
watch
seen it.
now.
I've
Don't
never
watch
seen
it.
it.
No, you can't. No,
No,
you
I'm gonna
can't
watch
sit
it
there
now.
and be
No,
like,
Tara's coming with the fire recommendations. I wish you would actually tell me about good shows that come out.
I've told you the last couple of weeks to watch that goddamn show because it's really good.
No, Tara said it.
First of all, Mike is like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. And now this nigga comes on.
I love your impression of Micah. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. That's spot on.
Another man comes on. You're like, I check it out. Fuck you.
I didn't have shit
You
to
know
do with
what?
none of that.
You know what?
Nah, yo. Terrence, thank you for your recommendation. Highly sought
This
after.
bullshit.
I'm probably never going to watch this. I have no idea.
No, I do have an idea. He's not going to watch
I'm not going to
Jay,
watch it.
Jay is not going to watch it. Jay watches stuff that he discovers after someone has told him to watch it. And then it's like, oh, have you watched this?
Shut up. That's true, but shut up. Did you know about this? I did. So at a certain point, I guess at the end of the MGD party, they all realize this beer isn't good. And so Keith is like, he walks over, he manhandles Shanté, and he's like, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the dude from Mask, but this sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Remember
and she
Anthony
gets mad.
Anderson? It was like if she was dancing, it wouldn't be a big of a deal. But she's sitting talking to him for a long time.
No,
So that means she really into him, and that's when he was like, "Hold up, that's my woman."
Yeah, and obviously she's property, so he has to go over there and wrangle her. And he's like, look, if you don't get your shit together, I'm going home with Connie tonight. And I'm just kind of like,
Okay,
you just waiting till the day? Like, nigga, what you waiting on? Like, I'm sorry, what? Day 5, 6, whatever. Like, no. They've been dating for 6 minutes. Get out of here. So she leaves with Patrick Bateman. And she goes home and she's like, oh, here's a knock on the door, and she's like, oh, here he comes. She opens the door and it's a food delivery person. And the guy's just like, oh, like, oh, wrong house. I don't know why he's wearing an apron. That doesn't really jive with what food delivery people wear, but I guess he cooks it and drives it to your house. And so then she, I guess it's a couple, it's the next day, right? Or sometime later. And this woman, like, Shanté's sitting at the bar of her favorite Italian restaurant club. And this woman, also who I assume is 28 years old, but obviously, much older and, very attractive. She's like, I was trying to fuck this dude over there, but he wasn't responding to me coming on to him. And then in the shadows, there's Keith sitting there looking lonely. And the light like pans over to him. And Shanté goes over and she's like, I have these questions. And then she asks him a bunch of stupid ass questions. And then they get together.
Why is he there?
Because he's sad.
This character does not deserve. Nobody deserves a happy ending in this movie. Nobody, especially Vivica Fox's character.
This is my point. Like, she's a villain. Why does she get exactly what she wanted?
And look, Bill Bellamy doesn't deserve a happy ending in his movie either. Like,
no, fuck no.
Like get out of here, man. Like, but I get it, right?
Oh no, he didn't have a happy ending, did he? I thought
No, he didn't. Remember?
No,
remember
yeah, he got
getting caught
busted.
at the end.
But good. She should have.
she should have got dumped.
Yeah,
Yeah, the no should have been the end of it. She should have walked off and the credits should have rolled.
exactly.
But remember, the only reason why one of the reasons why Morris Chestnut got a big sad over her was because she dropped a condom on the floor.
Right. At the party.
One, I would be like, this seems very planted. This seems like ridiculous. Like, oops, sorry, boom, condom. I'd be like, why are you carrying a condom around? Like, it seems
That was
She
his
said
problem.
she said just in case. I mean, she's a grown woman.
Again, she said we can test the waters on day 2.
right. Like,
Fuck.
I'm fucking other people. I figured, so am I. So am I. She's
So why
right
are
over
they getting
there.
mad?
I don't understand this fucking dumbass movie. But it's entertaining.
Don't they do the whole questions thing? at
Yeah,
the end?
she's like,
Yeah, she asked the questions.
do you find me attractive? And he's like, yes. Do you think it's a bad idea to try to control a man? I mean, dog. I mean, man. With tricks? Yes. And then they're like, all right, let's do it. Do you think they got married?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
they?
Yes.
Then they got divorced, right? Because like I just read the synopsis for 3 Can Play That Game, and she comes back 6 years later, and she's now a specialist for women.
How old is she? 25.
She has
At this
Benjamin
point, like,
Button's
yeah,
disease.
the 6 years.
Yeah, I kind of want to
like-
see this movie.
No, it went down to a 5-step program.
Oh, okay, cool.
Second one.
All right,
Oh yeah,
Five
you gotta no. That just means you gotta jam all that abuse, twice as much abuse in one day.
Yeah, no, day one, we need to test the waters. Like, there ain't no silent treatment. Day one, minute one. Fuck you.
How was it?
I want to break
What
up.
was it? Morris Chestnut in the sequel. What was he doing?
Because his career was going places. Was it? I don't know.
This was in 2007.
Probably in 2007.
I don't. Oh, this is gonna be rough.
Honestly, the two leads have like
Falling off.
everyone surrounding them has had pretty decent like careers. Like even people like Tamala Jones, like she's not in a bunch of movies, but she's got like a ton of television credits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Morris Chestnut is mostly on TV now, right? Is he on like one of these like cop shows or something?
I,
like
I
that?
would not know.
I
I
think
don't
so.
give a fuck about I really don't.
That ain't right.
Jesus.
So aggressive. God
Did this man
damn,
do something to you?
See?
He just thinks he thinks he's hot shit, yo. He thinks he's hot shit
Why can't he
not.
think he's hot shit?
because he's not.
Says
Like
who?
people know because says me. Look, I know people. I'm not hot shit. I know my kind. He ain't hot shit.
You're
Get out of here.
So, like Morris Chestnut, he's got the Best Man, the final chapters coming up.
When is that
This
coming
Is
out?
Us. He
I
was
want
in
to
This
watch
Is
that.
Us.
He was in This Is Us.
I guess he played
I
like
think
one episode
Wikipedia
when
is
he was by
being-
himself.
No, I don't remember.
He
him
played
being
himself
that
on
show.
This Is Us.
What the fuck? Was he on a television show? Was
What?
someone watching The Best Man? and they just
And
credited that nigga as himself?
I don't remember him being on This Is Us at all.
2016. So,
Don't.
Goliath, I don't know what that is. The Enemy Within.
Being Mary Jane. I
Being
remember
Mary
watching it.
Jane. That's what
Gabrielle Union.
His
He
name
was-
is Bo Mercer. All right, yo. Yo, shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, you a hater.
He was 31 when
he's
You
in the
Can Play That
Resident?
Game came out.
I didn't know he was in The Resident.
What the fuck
My
is
wife
that?
thought he was The Resident.
Yeah. Does he
He was in Kick Ass too.
Yep.
He replaced Amari Hardwick.
Wow. That
Okay.
says something. All right. So, any other thoughts? There's some like blooper outtakes or whatever, at the end of it. Which people look like they were having a fun time making this movie, which I thought was cool.
Look, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you look at it from in a vacuum, I haven't seen Booty Call. I imagine that it's in the
Yes, you
same
have.
realm. No, I have not.
Oh, did you miss that episode?
Yes, I did.
You son of a bitch.
and I imagine it's in the same like realm. Like some of these early 2000s movies can be late 90s movies can be pretty good, right? Like I'm looking at Morris Chestnut's filmography. The Best Man is really good.
Yeah.
The Brothers,
That's okay.
and then this.
I mean, he was the same guy in all of those movies.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
he's not. His range is pretty terrible.
Even in When the Bow Breaks, I would argue he was the same.
Yeah, he pretty much was.
Like The Wood was good.
The Wood was good. Yeah.
What other movies came out around this time? Like some of them. Were pretty good.
Yeah, he was in the Inkwell.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, he's not a good actor, yo. Like he's not. Like he's serviceable. If you need a dude, like if you need a black dude, like he fits. But I don't think that he knows that. And it's my job to let everybody know that he.
I mean, well, the man is like 52. So I mean, when is he going to figure it out, Micah?
Probably never. Which is why I need to be here. It's like people. It's like look. It's like uber leftists who complain about capitalism and corporatism and all that, right? Like that shit ain't going nowhere. But you need those people there to fight the good fight and to remind you that, hey, like having trillionaires, having 3 people trying to be the first trillionaire is not normal. That's my role in these with these black films, to remind people that Morris Chestnut is not a good actor.
Okay.
He's fine. He's serviceable. That's it.
Why do you hate black men, Micah?
Only ones that do this.
That's fair. I also hate that.
Oh,
gross.
Yo, that lip thing is just not. It's not attractive.
Again, my question to black women listening: did some dude ever try that, and did it work? And what shade of light skin was he? Get out of here. Somewhere between Albie Shore and Sean King eyes. I don't know.
That's a serious question.
I feel like his shape up tells me he is, but I can't trust it.
nah, you can get a white guy to go to a black barber.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he went to a Dominican barbershop, we all fucked up. We have no idea what's happening.
Nah, if he went to a Dominican barbershop, there'd be like a bunch of fucking race lines and parts and all that shit in his head, right? Like, nah, those people are artists.
Yeah, they cut really well. They do. All right, so that's it for us. That is episode 200. I hope everybody had a good time. I certainly did. Watching Micah get tortured is has always been my impetus for the show. So, it's good that we made it to 200 and we can still continue that tradition. So, Terrence looks disgusted at whatever he's reading.
I'm looking at pictures of Sean King and trying to figure it out.
I don't think he is.
You don't think so?
He's got the grain of his hair look like Nick. It looks pretty niggerish to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's also like
he might be mixed.
It's also
I think he probably is, man.
It's also cut close, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when black folks get their hair cut, it has a certain like grain to it, and it looks like black hair. I'm pretty sure he's mixed. He's just super light skinned, like super light.
I mean, I guess if he really wants to like push the point, just get a DNA test, dude.
Yeah,
like just get a DNA test.
Have we ever seen his parents?
I think I think his mom is white, and he was told that he was told that his father was black.
Okay.
Oh, his mother's a white woman. I'm looking at her now. She looks like a interesting.
Look, I'm not here. Look, if this guy's black, then he's black. right? Whoa, yeah, this woman.
I was just like, oh shit, look like Angela Lansbury. What the fuck?
Angela Lansbury. God damn. I mean, she kind of does. Yeah, look, he's, I don't always agree with a lot of shit he says, but the guy's trying to do the right thing. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I hope so.
The guy's trying to do the right thing. That's literally all I can give you. I don't know. All right, that's it for us. We'll be back with a preview episode for episode 201, where we will talk about whether or not Sean King is in fact black for 2 hours. All right, that's it for us, guys, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.